So whenever we're talking about someone's ability to make decisions and whether or not a guardian could be needed, we're looking at capacity and we're looking at competence. Capacity is the one that a physician can assess. Competence is the one that only a judge can determine. And it's only when someone is deemed incompetent that they can get a guardian. So we're also talking about different levels here. And as the providers often talk about, it's also very frustrating because hashtag not a lawyer, but from what I understand, the legal definition of this capacity and competence is different than the healthcare understanding of it. The legal is often black and white. You either have capacity or you don't, forever, until something changes. And the same goes with incompetence. You're incompetent now, you'll be incompetent for the rest of your life until something changes, and then you can petition to have your guardian removed. But I think healthcare providers and even we social workers know it doesn't work that way. You can have capacity for a single choice and not a different choice at the same time on the same day with everything else being equal. Or you might be able to make that choice on a good day but not a bad day. And what does that look like? It's different for each person. And what do you do when the reality of the person's situation doesn't match up with the law or the writing on a document, attorney, even if you have guardian, right? It's very clearly everywhere in that process that you should try to involve them as much as you can. But then, of course, it becomes a judgment call how much you involve them, and is it more upsetting or more helpful for them to be involved in any given decision? And sometimes it's a very specific problem. They are spending too much of their money on lottery tickets. And so, one approach to that is to have the doctor determine that they lack capacity for financial management and send that document to the lawyer, who will then activate the durable power of attorney and make sure that their name is taken off their account and their debit card is taken away so they can't use their funds anymore. And the caregiver can manage their funds, and now they don't have any money to spend on lotto tickets, so problem solved. And for some people, that's the first thing they think of. Like, that's the way they want to approach this. Another option is to buy lottery tickets for them. Maybe go with them. Maybe control or influence how much they spend. One answer I particularly liked for it was you set up a separate bank account just for them, and you decide how much money goes in it. And they get their own debit card. And when it's out, it's out. But they can buy whatever they want. They want to buy lottery tickets? Awesome. Go buy lottery tickets. I mean, people with capacity do that all the time. Like, who are we to say you can't buy lottery tickets? Sure, go ahead. It's your money. So there may be clever ways around it where we solve the problem without having to go through the whole legal process. And I think when it comes to guardianship, a lot of times that's what I'm basically advocating for, right? Is like, let's figure out what the problem is and see, can we solve it another way? Can we solve it with a healthcare power of attorney? Can we solve it with a behavioral change or a systemic change? And that would be the ideal situation. Sometimes it's not possible. So that's kind of the approach I take. I'm like, okay, let's understand some basics of this. Try to identify the specific problem we're facing. Try every non-guardian way we can to solve this problem. And if we still can't solve it, that's when we bring in a guardian.